NHL on TNT post-game show presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Mitch Marner's first game with the Golden Knights ends in disappointment. He had some great moments, a couple of assists in this game, but a wild one here in Vegas. The final in shootout 6-5. The Kings take it down. They led this game 3-1. Vegas then led 5-3. Went to overtime, went to the shootout, and the Kings, after losing on home ice last night, go on the road to Vegas and get a big win. We're back here live in Las Vegas. Fans leaving the arena. Probably mixed emotions. You're not happy, obviously, your team loses, but got to see some pretty darn good individual performances. Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, we're going to talk about all of it. McHugh, Henrik Lundqvist, Anson Carter, Paul Bissonnette, Wayne Gretzky. Your takeaway from what was, just a roller coaster of a game.
Those are what give coaches ulcers, right? That kind of a game. But I thought Trevor Moore was outstanding in a sense that he gave him a really big spark, and that shorthanded goal changed the tide for the LA Kings. And then they went into the rest of the period and just kept pressing, and they got that big goal to tie the game 5-5. But for LA, they got to be excited about how their team fought, coming back from a game, tough loss last night at home, coming into this building where the top line, Eichel's line, played extremely well. They put on a show tonight, and that's why people love hockey. When you see guys do what they did today, it was pretty special. So ultimately, it was a fun game for the fans, but I'm sure both coaches are having second thoughts about it.
No doubt. Incredible game, incredible swings. Got to be frustrated if you're Butch Cassidy in that one, though. You have the game in complete control, and I know LA did earlier on as well before they took that 5-minute major, but you go on the power play, up 2 goals. Maybe sometimes the second unit, when they feel like they haven't really contributed much, you saw what the first unit was able to do. They had that turnover just inside the blue line, and all of a sudden 2 D-men get caught up the ice. You think you're playing it safe. You got your 2 D-men out there on the second unit, and all of a sudden Moore ends up putting one in the back of your net, and you just saw his reaction on the bench. And after that, it was like, uh-oh. And all of a sudden you pucker up tight, and then, we got a game here. We got a game.
Well, and also, the first few games you play in the season, you're ready physically, technically. The big part you need to just keep working on is mentally. So you see a lot of these mistakes you're not going to see later on, but early on, the first couple weeks of the season, before players are really into it, you're going to see some mistakes and decisions where you're like, where was he going there? What was he thinking? Because it's such a big part of playing the game, right? How we read every situation, and that takes a little time. You get so much feedback from every game you play, especially that first week. You know, that you go home tonight and you evaluate your performance and the decisions you made. But the training part of it, the physicality is there. But again, the brain sometimes needs a few games to really be on point.
Yeah, I thought when they started the game, Vegas looked like a team that was playing their first game at home. And I thought LA played like a team that played against a very fast Avalanche team last night. And I was really curious to see that Mitch Marner and Jack Eichel combination. Those guys didn't let us down whatsoever. On the power play especially, Mitchie on the power play up top's going to open up Jack and Stone and Dorofeyev down low. But for me, and I talked about this before, the goaltending. It's going to come down to Adin Hill making big stops as Vegas Golden Knights team, because their decor isn't the same like it was before with Petro being back there. So he's got to steal some points for them. But I like what I've seen from both teams, and both teams got points in this game tonight.
Let's take a look back at the wild swings in this game. I think both sides were wondering how they were losing this game at one point. This was the major turning point earlier in the game where Turcotte gets the 5-minute major for boarding. They were in control, and boom, here comes Vegas.
Yeah, and that fourth line for LA, they get that big goal and then just a silly penalty, and then that 5-man forward group on the power play go to work, and you know, it's just it's a tough one here, and that's that turnover I'm talking about. In a situation where you're Theodore and you've been playing on this power play for so long for Vegas, you know, maybe now that you've been taken off that top unit, you feel like you need to make a play in that situation to show, you know, I still got it, and you know, maybe at a certain point we can go back to 4 forwards in the D-man where I'm the guy, and that's just not the time and place to make a play. You just got to go north, especially with 30 seconds left on that power play. Get it below the goal line, go to work, kill clock, live to fight another day and collect the 2 points. And even with Hanifin on that left side, he can't get caught either. You got to keep at least one D-man back, and that's just a brain fart like you talked about early in the season, where you're not really turning the brain on, and all of a sudden it ends up in the back of your neck, and the whole swing goes back the other way.
Do you think we're seeing, as asked Gretz, we're seeing that the passing of the torch now between Kopi and Byfield? Great goal, using that reach to set up that other goal. We were talking off camera, we didn't really see Kopi out that much in overtime. Back-to-back games could be a big part of that too, but I think Q's taken that next step, and he's invited Team Canada's orientation program.
Absolutely, and I think that he couldn't be taught by a better individual than Kopitar. But 2 games back-to-back, travel night last night, traveling. Coach has got to coach him for 80 games, right? So he's going to pull Kopi back a little bit here and there, I'm sure, to make sure when they go into the playoffs he's well rested. But you said it best, that Byfield, he's really taken the next step. He was a man out there tonight. I thought he had a great game.
Goal and assist for Quinton Byfield. Big game for him. Are we chatting with Quinton Byfield?
Oh, we're getting Big Q.
Are we getting him?
Big Q. Oh, here he is.
There he is.
He's part of the chain gang
the
too. Where's the links? Let's see the Cuban links.
I got the Q right here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen, a fantastic game. Thanks so much for joining us. We were just talking about Anze Kopitar, and this is his last ride. Last year, 20 seasons in the league. How much has he meant to your development as a player?
Yeah, not just to me, but all the young guys coming up through the organization. He's been one hell of a leader, and obviously a Hall of Famer. Just to get kind of learn from him, and his 200-foot game, what he does on the ice, what he does off the ice every day. It's really special, and just to come up under him is something really good for me.
Q, you're featured in this season's season 2, Amazon's face-off inside the NHL. What was that experience like? Are you really going true Hollywood in us right now?
I'm trying not to, but I think it's a really cool thing. Just growing up, I would have loved to have an insight like that as a fan, and seeing what the athletes that you look up to do on a daily basis, and just being able to be a part of that and kind of show a little bit of my life was really special, and be doing that with Kopi as well.
Quinton Biz here. I know it's early in the season, but how important after losing your first game at home, you got to go travel and play in a back-to-back situation to be down 2 against the Vegas Golden Knights and be able to bounce back and come back and win this hockey game?
Yeah, that was huge for us. Obviously, playing Colorado, they're one of the best teams, and same with Vegas, but we didn't have our best stuff against Colorado, and a lot of the guys were disappointed in that effort that we gave. So I think we started off good today, and then a couple penalties here and there kind of slowed our momentum. That we got back on it and showed no quit, and big shootout goals and big saves in the shootout there. So it was good resilience from us.
Q, it's Ace again. We're just kind of curious. I know you're known for your swag off the ice. I see you're wearing Joel Edmondson's sweatshirt there. What's going on? What's the story behind that?
Well, in warm-ups, I got the hot back on. I got everything. I'm aging quick, so I got it on my back, and my hoodie's just full of sweat. So I grabbed the first one, and whatever fits. So I took Eddie's, and good things go in the wash after this too.
One of the cool things about putting the headset on as we get ready, and they're doing all the technical stuff behind the scenes, that you get to listen in on our conversation, and you get to sit there and you get to hear Wayne Gretzky talk about your game. We have some video of you smiling right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be a pinch me type moment, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I'm just sitting here, listening to that, and obviously before I was, got the opportunity to shake his hand, and that's what kind of gave me the touch on the breakaway there, and in the pass. So he passed it along a little bit, gave me something special tonight. So thank you for that.
There we go.
Well, that's how young he is. I was really bad at breakaways. He doesn't know that. Shh, don't tell anybody.
No.
Congratulations, great game.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Great stuff,
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So good.
Amazing.
We've had those moments before where guys are just sitting there and they're giddy. They hear Gretz talking about them. Listen, we've had it with you as well, right? We've had some goalies come on. They're like, is Hank going to talk to me? Bob asked me something.
Bob's been great with Hank.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But it's pretty cool. We talk about, you mentioned passing the torch, right? I mean, a big part of the season is going to be Anze Kopitar's last ride. Can the Kings make a run? But it also feels like the transition becomes a little bit smoother
Oh, absolutely.
When you know that there's a chance you can hand this right over to Quinton Byfield.
Yeah, and I think the entire organization knows and understands it. The locker room, the players know this is Kopitar's last year. And listen, one of the greatest things about our sport is the players in the game. And the players love playing for each other, especially teams that do well. And they're going to play their hearts out all season long to try to win Kopitar another Stanley Cup. So, you know, from that side of things, maybe it was good that Kopi came out and said, this is my last year. Maybe this is going to rally the team.
And he's hurt right now, but Corey Perry's going to add some additional leadership to that locker room when he comes back.
And credit to the Kings organization. Like, they took a little bit of time with Kempe, putting him into the minors. And as far as Quinton Byfield, I don't think many hockey players are blessed to have that type of size. So it does take a little bit of time to grow into that body, right? He's starting to put on that weight and fill out. And it's such a coordination sport where you could really see that he's found his stride. And even tonight on that breakaway where he intercepted that pass, now he's even gotten that breakaway speed where he's really got those 2-3 quick steps right off the hop. So he's going to be a freak of nature and a very difficult player to deal with for years to come.
Weren't you and Kempe roommates in juniors? I mean, the minors?
I was with him in the American Hockey League, and he came in as an 18-year-old from Sweden, and he was incredible for us in a Calder Cup run. And I think he thought the next season he was going to get to play in the NHL, where I think for the next 2 seasons he spent quite a bit of time in the American Hockey League working with Mike Stothers. And I credit the LA Kings. They've been one of the best drafting and developing organizations for a long time, and he had to learn, you know, and deal and play in the minors for a little bit. I'm sure he thought he deserved the chance at the top, but he developed everything from the bottom up, and look at him now, man. I mean, he's a 40-goal guy, and he's set to sign a big ticket, probably the same size as Jack Eichel. So it's a credit to the way they handle these kids, and they give them a little bit of patience and leash, and sometimes you got to ride the bus and eat the soggy subs, boys. It can't be all private planes and filet mignons, right, Wayne? Right?
Right.
If you say so. Well, listen, it feels like the team's in good hands going forward. They re-signed Kempe. You have talent there. You have young talent, Quinton Byfield. But for years, it's been Doughty. It's been Kopitar. And now Kopitar, this is year 20. His team gets the win. And Kopitar spoke with Ali Lozov.
Anze, what a night, what a game. Just the way your team came back in this one, what does it say about your group?
Yeah, I mean, we showed some character, definitely. Obviously going up 2-0 and then 3-1 and coughing up the lead, and, you know, came back in the third, I guess, winning the shootout. But we'll take it. We'll get the first one out of the way and kind of roll from there now.
Some standouts tonight. Quinton Byfield for sure. Can you talk about what you're seeing in his young game?
Yeah, his progression last few years have been amazing. I mean, I'm just happy that I'm still part of this thing. His growth. I mean, he's going to be one hell of a hockey player in this league, and you know, he's starting to show it this year, and you know, he's going to get better. That's for sure.
Jeff Malott logs his first NHL goal. Fun for you to still see those milestones happening, sticking around for your 20th year.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen a few first NHL goals over the year, and you know, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, obviously his excitement, he's a big part of this team, you know, brings the size and the toughness to our lineup. So extremely happy for him to get his first one, and you know, now he's going to roll from here.
First of many back-to-backs this season. Doesn't look like you're catching your breath, but you're okay.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm a little tired. You know, the back-to-backs were a lot easier 10 years ago than they are now. But you know, we'll take the win, and we'll have a day off tomorrow.
Thanks, Kopi. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Well, Hank, you had asked him when we spoke to him earlier about what he does different training-wise, and the training doesn't seem that much different. Just the build-up to the training, the warm-up to the training, which is now a lot longer.
Yeah, and the recovery is different. You know, you feel like everything, you know, it feels the same for so long, and then you start 33, 34, and suddenly your back start to hurt when you go off the plane, and you come into the rink, your groins are sore. It's like, what happens? Like, oh, I'm getting old. But it happened around that time. Now he's 38. Yeah, so a lot of it is maintenance. You know, at that point, it's more than trying to get stronger. You have that already, and the you know, the skill and the mindset and all that, but it's the maintenance of the body to make sure you're ready every practice, every game, and you spend a lot of time when you get to that point, that age, to be ready. But he's so committed to the game, and we saw him a little less end of the game. But still, I mean, just watching him, all the areas of the game, he's doing it so well.
Would you get a lot more massage later in your career? Would you be more on the table? No?
No massage for me, no.
No.
I had
Hey, it's not that kind.
I just had like a heat roller. That was it.
Really? No massage? No soft tissue work?
I didn't have time for that.
What about yoga?
No, not really. No.
Just all natural?
Couple stand-up saves, and then you were ready to go.
All right. Okay.
I was the same as you. I didn't like the massage either. It just wasn't my thing. But in those days, we used to fill up a garbage can with ice and water, and that was our cold plunge. And I would stand in it for about 10 seconds, and I always thought mentally, okay, I'm ready to go.
Your forearms reaching for the beers.
Probably did nothing for me, but in my mind, I thought it did. But guys love massages. I was just never a guy that was into that.
Maybe that was the problem with your career. Too much time on the massage table.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Perfect time for
Another tale
commercial.
for another time.
Yeah,
How about we talk? Let's talk about the guy that a lot of people came here to see, because
He was great.
I mean, it felt fairly seamless.
Yeah, I mean, he was making some unbelievable plays. This one right inside the line to find that lane over to Eichel. And Eichel's going to have to shoot the puck a lot more this year, guys. Normally, he's the distributor. But with Mitchie Marner on that line, he's a playmaker, and he's going to be finding number 9 all season long. And especially on that second one he had. I mean, just inside the blue line, he sucks 2 guys over and then opens up Barbashev and Eichel for that quick give-and-go play. So he was tremendous. That top line looked great. And, I mean, Barbashev won the lottery playing with these 2 guys. Are you kidding me, man? Just go to the net, put your stick on the ice, and yeah, that's it. Powerball time.
And as well as Marner played, what I was really impressed with, we were talking about 5 forwards on the power play. He was so responsible. He never got caught in deep. He was that guy high all the time. So maybe they're onto something, 5 forwards, and maybe it's something that's going to sweep into the National Hockey League.
He's going to be a popular player here, no doubt about it. Had 100 points last year. Big giveaway nights. Come out to T-Mobile Arena. Don't
I like
forget
free
Mitch
stuff.
Marner pin on the way into tonight's Golden Knights game. We weren't really sure how you were going to hold up emotionally, having Mitch Marner be on this team.
I got a jersey.
Yeah, we got you some stuff. You got the pin giveaway.
Thank you so
You got
much.
yourself a Golden Knights Mitch Marner jersey.
Oh, what do you guys think? Little Marner magic? You guys excited? You stole my guy. You stole my guy. This was my guy. You stole it. I'll talk to you guys after about this one.
Are you?
He was mine.
Are you going to be all right?
No. Let's go to commercial.
Oh, buddy. We're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. Oh, buddy.
Leave
Big
David
win for
Tucker
the
down.
Kings. We'll see if Biz makes it in a
Mitchie, come
second
back.
segment.
Come back home, Mitchie.